I
Listen,
mean,
listen. I mean, so who are we, man? Like, who are we? Like, who is AB? Who is Justin Hamza? So listen, I know you the half of the host, but you like I feel like I got to give you the guest privileges, man. So you go first. Let the people know who
I'll
is
start. I'll
AB.
start.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
start. No worries, no worries. AB is just one of the many avatars, one of the many
Facts,
personas that I got. You know what I'm saying? So
facts.
it's AB, short form for Abdullahi. For those who don't know me, just been a regular guy, man. Just been a regular guy, expating around this area. Uh, one part teacher, one part therapist, all parts that boy. Alhamdulillah
Yeah.
khair. and and
Alhamdulillah.
we've come this far, man. It's good, man. It feels really good to be to
Mm.
start this project, to be one half of this thing that's bigger than both of us. You and
Right,
I, this it's a synergy, it's a cohesive synergy that
right.
that you and I are on the same path, and like it just feels good, man. Alhamdulillah khair, bro. It's
Yeah.
unreal. It's unreal, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
But but that's honestly AB is just an acronym, man. It's an acronym, sorry, not acronym, an
Yeah.
acronym.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um
Gotcha.
and it's the beginning of something. This is a passion
Mm.
project which will
Inshallah.
showcase many sides of who we are, of what's to come, of what we're gonna do. So I'm very, very excited, bro.
Mm.
Very, very excited. Alhamdulillah khair, bro. So what
Yes.
about Mr. Justin
Yeah.
Hamza Tyler, man? Tell
You
me, bro.
know,
Look,
yo, fam, like I feel like when I say Justin and then Hamza, people confuse like, yo, what is that? Like,
you
that's
know,
a
you know, I refuse to call you Justin. Like I refuse to call you. I don't care what it is. I refuse to call you
Ooh.
Justin.
Yo, you never call
And
me Justin. I don't remember you ever.
nah, no,
Yeah,
man.
that's a
Look,
good point though. You never
I
called me
think
that.
I think the first time when I first met you, you're like, my name is Justin, but like people call me, my Muslim name is Hamza, and I'm like, then I'm gonna call you
Why would he
Hamza.
say that?
Why
Right.
would you say that, bro? Like, what are you talking about? Like to me,
Come on, you
to me,
Hamza.
immediately, bro, Hamza is the name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, facts, facts. I do that because people ask me that question all the time, like, why is it Justin if you're Hamza?
Yeah,
Well, I was like,
yeah.
out of respect for my mom and my dad, rest in peace. Like, I'm always gonna
Rest
say
in peace.
Justin. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I was
Facts.
born as. But as a revert, I always felt like the characteristics and the story of Hamza. Always felt that resonated with me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why
Yeah.
you have the dichotomy of Justin and then Hamza. I know it doesn't look like it should be together, but I definitely get conversation from that. You know what I mean? By just saying Justin Hamza.
Bro. Your story is very similar to a lot of reverts, especially like for those who know the story of Muhammad Ali, like that big scene when he's like
Yeah,
when he's
yeah,
like he was being enlisted for the army, and they're like Cassius Clay, and then he goes, "My name is Muhammad now,"
yeah,
and that
yeah.
duality of fighting between your past life and your future life or your present life is a big milestone in a lot of reverts.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a huge. So the Justin versus Hamza tale
Mm,
is always going to happen because it's always going to be,
mm,
you can't forget your roots, you know what I'm saying, or who you are or where you came from,
yeah.
but you can navigate where you are going. You feel me?
Yo, AB, you pulled like some $1 million question out of the hat, like you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Because
saying, man.
there is a duality and a dichotomy between Justin and Hamza. Because you can argue that Justin was who I was for the first 30 years of my life, and then after that we got into the Hamza phase. You know what I'm saying? And then now I've been 10 years. Alhamdulillah, I've been a Muslim, and so there could be two different stories. And if you ask people from my
100%.
past, they could say there's a Justin story, there's a Hamza story. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
interesting the way that you brought it up that way. So that's amazing.
No, man. It's great, bro.
Yeah,
It's who you are. It's who you was or who you're gonna, and then that
yeah,
shaped who you are going to be. So it's life. It's life,
yeah,
man.
definitely.
I can
Trust
make the
me.
same I can make
Yeah.
the same argument with AB as well, like because
Okay.
AB is also my podcast name, but who we are in real life, there's probably some similarities, but
Hmm.
we are going to be progressing into this, like into this new chapter now of 2024
Hmm.
podcast life. So
Inshallah.
it's inshallah khair, bro.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful metamorphosis, basically.
Facts, facts, man. It's like a snake, man. I gotta grow. I gotta shed that skin. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I'm growing in my phase, and I see a lot of the dead skin, you know.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's where I am right now. So that's what 2024 hopefully represents, inshallah.
100%,
Um,
bro. More
by the
more life.
way, just before we get into this, by the way, if anyone thinks I sound like Tone Loc, the rapper, old school rapper, or Shine, or somebody with a crazy voice, Jadakiss raspy voice, I got sick during performing Umrah in Saudi, so I'm still
Mashallah.
kind of going through the remnants of that. So if you see me pause or get out of the screen for a second, making a little cough, I'll be back on the screen. You know what I'm saying? AB is well more equipped to handle it if I'm not here. So that's
I'm
all.
always here, man. Don't worry, bro. I'm always gonna entertain the audience no matter what.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I got it.
We know that. Oh, they don't know
I
that, but I
got
know
that.
that. You know
They
what
don't
I'm
know
saying?
that. They will know that soon. They will
Yeah,
know.
they
It's
gonna
coming.
find out. You know what I'm saying?
They gonna find
So
they gonna find
yeah,
out.
you gonna find out today. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
let's transition to the second question. What is Expat Bros? What's up?
This question, it's funny because like we were when we were brainstorming, it sounds it sounds very simple. Like, it's a very surface level question. But if you really think about it, this question was the catalyst for bringing us together, to be honest, if you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? And what is Expat Bros? Expat Bros basically is two guys that had a vision that came together, who are both expats who've been traveling, leaving their home countries, and trying to establish themselves outside of their comfort zones, And through this experience, we've made connections and bonds with other people who are also in the same journey as well, And this journey has not only brought us together, but it also gave birth to a new idea, And this idea is this podcast and what's going forward and how we're going to do it and what's next and all these things. So basically, it's the gift that keeps on giving more. Like we're gonna
Right.
keep pushing and pushing and pushing,
Right.
and the beauty of it is that it's coming from a happy place because
Oh
we're
yeah.
like, hey, we're not the only ones going through this. Like, what is it?
Mm.
So it's what is Expat Bros in simpler terms? Two guys with a vision to connect individuals like ourselves and to have a safe area where we can discuss topics and feel that, like, hey, like, you're not the only person going through this journey, so are we. So let's discuss these things, let's have a connection. And the topics can range from many things. So it's going to be a fun going um pod, basically, you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm very excited. Yeah.
Well,
But that's
yeah. I
that's
mean,
that's how I see it. That's how I see
yeah,
Expos. Tell me yours. Can you tell me
yeah.
your.
Because I think the beauty of it is that we have similar, interests in it. We also see it different perspective as well, and we come together like a Venn diagram. You feel me? Like on some of the areas, and so like for me, I look at it from a standpoint of, yes, we're both expats. Yes, we're both Western. Yes, we're both Muslim men, right? But at the same time, we go through the same things that everybody else goes through. We just happen to live in a different place. I think, some people look at Western expats and working abroad. Oh, you guys must make all this money and different stuff like that. It's like, we got same issues and things that everybody else does, man. We just happen to
True.
have a skill that has us over working in a different part of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's not anything
Facts.
crazy different. But we just want to appear to show people that, hey, we are Muslim, we are proud, we are Western, we are proud. We can do both at the same time. We can chew and walk at the same time and be able to feel and talk about different subjects that are going on, not only in our world as expats, but also around the world. Because as expats, you feel everything. Every
Yeah,
story
yeah.
has some type of feeling to you because in the Middle East, these things affect us too. You know,
100%.
um,
100%.
from your home country, your ethnicity, that affects you. From my
Yeah,
home
yeah.
country, that affects me. You know what I mean? Being black
Facts.
in the diaspora, those things affect me. If I hear them from the Congo, all the way into the U.S. or the Canada, wherever black people are, I feel those things. Wherever Muslims are, whether you're in Palestine or Rohingya or China, whatever, I feel those things too. So the
Mm.
multifaceted aspect of who we are as expats, as Muslims, as men, we touch a lot of different areas, and we just want to explore those different areas on the podcast. So that's the way I look at it. You know what I mean? Hopefully that helped
You know
resonate
what's
with people as well.
you know what's crazy? You mentioned something about like touching different aspects of different cultures and different nations. There's a very there's a very humbling feeling when you are nomadic. You know, like when you are traveling and you get a different perspective, leaving your comfort zone and where you grew up and who you're with and all these things. Especially if you think about like where we come from. We come from small cities, and we live in these little bubbles. You know what I'm saying? And there isn't that many um, issues that we really face. Yeah, there's issues here. There's issues, but everyone has problems nowadays. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But there's a very like humbling feeling, and when you leave that, when you leave it, and only people who are nomadic, people who are expats who've left it, know exactly this feeling. Okay, to
Mm-hmm.
take that first plunge, to leave where you come from, and you go to a um, different area, and you
Right.
and to plunge in the unknown and to conquer something, that feeling of
Mm.
conquering is one of the most like satisfying feelings on the world, because you left everything you knew, you left everyone you knew, and then you know this because when you go visit where you come from, where you came from, and you see the same people doing the same things over and over again, you've known that now
Right.
you've not only grown physically, but you've grown mentally, spiritually, financially, all these things, because that takes a huge um, bravado and courage and bravery to to do these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
and that's basically that's expat bros. There's people. These people have stories that need to be connected and shared, and no
Yeah.
better way to do this than through the
Yeah.
internet. You know?
Yeah. Now you make a good point there. There does take some type of courage,
Yeah, man.
some type of risk taking, some self starting ability, just to travel somewhere where you have no clue
No
what it's going
clue.
to look like or how it's going to work,
You
especially
have
if you have a
no
family.
idea.
You know what I'm
Boom.
saying? And
Come
you
on,
just
man.
come in almost blind, like, oh man, I don't know what to expect, but let's go. But I think that taps into people's faith. You know, some people have faith in themselves. Some people have faith in their God. They just feel like it's going to be all right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And not
I
everyone
would
could do that.
I would even take it further that there's no
Okay.
such thing as faith. Faith in yourself is directly correlated with faith with God, or faith in general. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Because
I
in order to
believe
have
that. But I'm just talking about, people who sometimes they don't
yeah
believe in
yeah
God or I'm just by myself or whatever. But
yeah
we
yeah
know we tap into the
a
highest of
hundred
powers.
percent
You know what I'm
the
saying?
highest of
Definitely,
powers, man. 100%.
definitely, definitely.
The correlation is strong, man.
Oh yeah, definitely. We know. And look, I have my faith directly tied to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. You know what I'm saying? Other
Facts,
people
man.
call it God. Other people call it, whatever. Like, but it's coming from that source. You know what I mean? So I agree.
Facts.
I agree with you
Facts,
on
man.
that one. That's a good point.
Facts, man.
Um, but yeah, that is what Expat Bros is about. I don't want to get it confused with Passport Bros, and we ain't on that stage of life. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that. Like forget all that.
No,
But
man.
we are bros. You know what I mean? We
We
just are
are
experts,
bros,
big,
man. And
with
I
no
think,
passport.
yeah, I remember, bro, when we were making the name, and I remember prior to us, I remember this like so vividly, right?
Yeah,
Um, the ideas were flowing, right? The ideas were flowing,
facts.
boom, 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 and then we're like, hey, man, like I think we need a logo, and we were sitting on a logo for like quite some time, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And then, but at the time, I was busy and you were busy, so we couldn't give it thought. And then I remember you came to my classroom one time, and you're like,
yep,
"Yo, let's bang this out." And the logo
yeah.
that we came up with was done in like 10 minutes. You know what I'm
Yo,
saying?
super quick work.
Super
Quick
quick
work.
work. The
Yeah,
vision,
it's like
even though my art skills were garbage, the
I
vision the vision
got the
the
vision
vision was
though.
there. The
You got
vision
the
was there.
vision.
The vision, like
Yeah,
we were. It was crazy because and then
yeah,
right after finishing that garbage drawing that I did, which funny thing is I still have it saved, by the way. Like I still have it
that's
saved on my
wild.
phone.
Yeah,
I still have it.
keep that now, keep
I
that.
still have it saved, And then and then
That was
and then
crazy though.
oh yeah, it was straight trash. And and then the name was like in like a minute. We're like, what are we gonna do? Da, da, da. And we're like, yo, we're just two guys who are expats. And we're like, bros, expat
Mhm.
bros. And then we're like, yeah, that
Yeah,
bangs. That
yeah,
that right there is us in essence. So let's do it.
Facts.
You know?
Facts. You
So
know, we like it was like pressed against time because it was before first period class. And I was like, yo, we gotta get this done, fam. I'm tired of sitting on this thing. You know what I
I'm
mean?
tired, man.
And then
Yeah.
boom, we made it happen. Your drawing inspired me, even though it was super trash. It
Oh yeah,
inspired me
facts.
to like get the shit. And then I went to my guy like, yo, you gotta whip it up like this, you know. And
Yeah.
he came through with the vision as well for us, and made it colorful at the same time. So nah, that's dope, man. Let's transition though, and I hope people
Yeah.
got an essence of why we're doing this.
Yeah. Yeah.